Hi, I'm Vivian the Knitter.
And I'm Alyson the Crocheter, and you're listening to Keep Calm and Carry Yarn.
Thank you so much for joining us for episode 124 of Keep Calm and Carry Yarn. This is a knitting and crochet podcast brought to you by me, Vivian, and my daughter, Alyson. I'm recording from my home in Michigan.
And I'm recording from Scotland. You might also know me as the publisher of Muir, the independent magazine for crocheters, and my mom is the amazing maker behind Pearl and Plum, where she makes and sells project bags for knitters and crocheters. Thanks so much for joining us, whether you're listening on a podcast app or watching on YouTube. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. How's everybody doing?
I'm realizing my hair
is
long.
Getting really long.
People commenting like, "Oh, your hair's so long. Your hair's so long." And I'm like, it's not that long because for a long time my hair was always really long. So this is not.
It is.
It's getting there.
I noticed that when we turned on the camera, I was like, wow, Alyson's hair is getting long.
For any audio only listeners, my hair now goes beyond the view of the camera, so it could be down to the floor for all you know.
Yeah, my hair is getting longer too, but it's still short. It's still
bob lengthed.
Yeah, it's like just under my chin, but above my shoulder. So I'll probably have to get it cut before it hits my shoulder, because that's when, it goes like hits the shoulder and starts doing this, going all over the place. So that drives me crazy.
Yeah.
So how have you been, baby?
I've been good. We've had a few days, weeks maybe even, of like on and off again rain, because it had been quite nice for a long time, and now the rain is back. But it's been okay.
Well, that's good. Rain is good.
Mm-hmm. How's Michigan?
Michigan was really hot and really dry, but then we just had a few storms roll through, so the grass has been watered, which is nice. We were affected by the wildfires. I can't say that word because I usually end up saying wildflowers, but wildfires from Canada. So that's been affecting our air quality and, staying indoors. It was hot anyway. And I also just got back from New Jersey visiting family. And so busy, just as summers usually are. It's been very busy.
I was just thinking when I was asking you about how Michigan was, like, there's that pause where I'm like, is that where she lives? Yes, in Michigan. But then also there's a podcast that I still listen to, Welcome to Night Vale, which is like a fiction podcast in a fictional town in the desert called Night Vale. And sometimes the radio host talks about Michigan, and he always goes, Michigan? What even is that? Like, as if, yeah. So I always think, Michigan?
That's still going on, Night Vale?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, whenever we do our intro, I always look to see where I'm recording from.
We're not off script yet. It's only been 7 years, but, or however many years it's been.
So I, because sometimes I forget where the heck I am. Like, where do I live? Half the time when I wake up at night, I have to like pause and think about like where the bathroom is. It's gotten a bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
and if we have any new listeners, they're probably thinking, what is wrong with this lady? Like,
why doesn't she know where she lives?
It's because she's moved around a lot. I think in the course of this podcast. 1, 2, 3. This is your fourth
location?
Yeah. Not including like just traveling. Like, places you've lived.
Yeah. So life gets a bit confusing sometimes in my family.
What are you working on?
So we're jumping right into whips. I have just a couple. I finished my number 6 for the Mitten garland. Nice. So there's 1 through 24, and they're numbered. They're like mini mittens, all color work, and it's an angel. I didn't know what I was knitting, because when you're knitting it, you're knitting this way. I was like, I don't know what that is.
Upside down, yeah.
Looks kind of like an alien. and then I flipped it upside down, and I was like, oh, it's an angel.
Okay. It kind
Can you
of
see it now?
yes, I
Looks
can
like
see
kind of
it.
like a bell with wings on
Yeah,
it.
it looks like a bell with wings on it. I think because its head isn't like very defined.
I
And it
think,
doesn't really instead of a halo, it
is
has
that better?
like 3 lines coming out of its head, like a glow rather than a
Yeah.
halo.
So does that look better? I mean, I did.
I think because I saw a bell first, and now I just see a bell.
It's a flying bell.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started number 7, and it is. Oh, do I have it with me? I do have it with me because I'm prepared today. Not really. It is right now. It's just a little bit more than a cuff. It's just It's just 2 colors, gray and red.
Yeah. What is
I don't even.
do you know what the design's going to be on the top?
I can't. I think. I don't remember. I think it's just geometric. Let's see. I can open up my pattern and figure it out.
While you're doing that, I'll mention that the Mitten Garland Advent Calendar is by Kathy Lewinski.
Yes, she's the same person that designed something else I made recently. The bunny head lovey thing.
Oh, yeah.
So it looks like this. So it is just geometric.
Oh, yeah. Like kind of vertical stripes. But geometric.
Okay. And my second whip is a new one. And this one, it's called the Candy Corn Dog Sweater by Jodi Luanda.
Are you making it for the cat?
I am not making... No, I'm not making for our cats. I'm not making a baby item. But I'm making a dog sweater for my sister's dog, so she did request it. So I'm not using candy corn colors because the pattern actually looks like your dog is a candy corn. You have to switch colors. There's three colors, but I'm just using self striping because I can't be bothered to do anything with too much mental work, thinking. Yeah. Because this is just for a dog.
The neck hole.
This is the neck, and then it's actually got like sleeves for the. Oh, this is the hole. This is the hole for the on top for the leash.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's there, and then there's afterthought holes for the front leg holes, but then I have to pick up the stitches and make like a little tiny little sleeve.
Right. Yeah.
For it. So I haven't gotten very far. I don't even know. I mean, if this will fit the dog, if how long to make it, because she's not even home to measure her dog. So I'm just like winging it, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I have plenty of yarn because I bought.
Yeah, what's the yarn?
I got yarn from the big box store. It's just Karen Simply Soft Stripes. So I got plenty of yarn. Mm-hmm. When I'm done with this, I'm sure
cotton candy color, sort of, or I don't know.
Maybe.
I guess not. It's for some reason it made me think of cotton candy, but
the name.
Blue, but there's purple as well.
There's mostly pinks and purple, and there's a little bit of like turquoise in there. So the name of the colorway is Times Square.
Oh,
so like the neon lights, I guess.
I guess maybe yeah.
I'm not sure. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. That's the only thing that. I am like actively working on because I still have the crochet blanket that's tucked away in a basket in the living room.
Mm-hmm. You're
and
chipping away at it slowly.
Yeah, I haven't worked on it in the last couple of weeks, but it's there. I just needed a palette cleanser, so that's what I'm working on.
The dog sweater.
The dog sweater is my palette cleanser. So what have you been working on? I see you crocheting away while we're talking.
I'm working on my Sage Shrug, which is by Rosina Northcott, aka Zines and Roger. So this is it's like what?
I'm sorry, I have one more, but you go ahead.
Okay. It's just like a big scarf, but it's got ribbing on the end, and then it will have buttons so that you can turn them into sleeves, essentially. So I'm working on I've gotten to like the middle part.
Oh, okay.
So I
So
haven't made the sleeves all the way long. But.
so the lacy bits, or where you have the granny stitches, is that where the buttonholes are going to be?
I haven't even looked really. But I think probably I'm sort of like following the pattern, but not following the pattern. Obviously, I'll read the pattern for where the buttons are, but because I use a different weight of yarn, so I've just made so they're not quite granny stitches because it's on one side it's a granny stitch where there's a cluster of 3 stitches, but then on the other side there's like another cluster of 3, but to like sort of like complete it into a diamond shape.
Okay, so like offset. It's offset?
No, so it's like so you've got 3 stitches worked, a 3-stitch cluster that are all worked into one stitch, and then on top of that you do a 3 to get you work those 3 stitches together. So you've got one stitch sitting on top
of the 3 stitches.
Of the 3 stitches, yeah, to make like I mean it's if you actually, it's hard to see with my your color choices, yarn choices, but you can see it from the pattern. I don't think I'm giving away too much just because you look at it and you can sort of just tell. So where I've put the stripes of those stitches isn't exactly what the pattern calls for. I think I've done more of them because my yarn is finer.
I see. I see.
It's only looking at it in the camera am I seeing like it's not quite a bit of color pooling, sort of zigzaggy around it, but
it kind of almost looks like camouflage.
But it's
the way it's
pink and blue and white and
pulling and not pulling.
It's the black, at least on the screen, stands out the most in terms of like seeing where the colors are pooling. I don't know if there's more black than the other color, or maybe the blue is blending in with the black a bit on the screen.
Yeah, a little bit. I think so.
I think I'm yeah.
Okay, now you're making me dizzy.
Sorry. So yeah, I've been working on that because now that I'm on the back panel section, there's none of the other. It's just straight up trebles. So it's good mindless crocheting because I've got to the point with my south side cardigan. I haven't worked on it in a few weeks because I've reached where I need to do the cuff. Just rib for the cuff, and because that was like the mindless bit of it, at least for me, as someone who doesn't knit that much, has ended. So I just haven't like gone through that like brain thing of like, okay, now I've got to switch what I'm doing because the cuff won't take me very long, and then I'll have to do the next sleeve and remember how to pick up the stitches.
Well, you have to change needles too for the cuff, probably.
Yes, that's
don't forget to do that.
Reminder.
Yeah. I was looking at the notes and I realized I have another new FO that I started right after WIP. Sorry, WIP. I started right after we recorded, but I didn't bring it with me to New Jersey and I kind of forgot about it, but here it is. So this is called the Velvety Air Wrap by Sweater Freak. And I think her first name is Jen. I don't think she gives a last name, but I'm using the trying not to make too much noise with the crinkly plastic. My Miss Bags gradient set that I got in Rhinebeck. Yeah. So it's that plus a solid navy color that I bought from her booth. And this
the gradient
is
like what, green to blue?
It's blue. It's definitely a navy blue, but it has a little bit of green undertone, but you can't really see it.
No, I meant the gradient set.
Oh, the gradient set it's green to gray to purple.
Oh. Cool. Just remind me.
So right now, there's 2 different grays. So I'm using the gradient set in order of
how it was packed.
How it was packed. Because I didn't want the 2 grays to be touching each other. They're kind of like because one gray is the gray I'm working on right now is gray, and this other gray is more of a lilac gray.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's a shawl, and it is mosaic. shawl.
Oh, okay.
So you're only working on one color at a time, and um, when the color work is done with slip stitches. So you're slipping the second color at intervals.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I have so far. This right now it looks kind of like flying geese, the
Quilting block.
quilt block, yeah,
Quilt block, yeah.
sort
Yeah,
of,
sort of
depending
like
on how
geometric triangle, sort of. Oh yeah, okay, I can see the flying
can you
geese
see
now.
it?
Yeah, I had to think
Sort
about
of,
it.
yeah.
Rewind, like, make my brain look at it in a different way.
So the first color was a green, a light green, almost like a seafoam green, and then the second color is that gray. So and then of course I'm using um the main color, which is
Yeah.
navy. That's what I have so far. So not very far, but
Hmm.
the rows are pretty wide, so it's going to be very deep.
Is it
And
it's a parallelogram?
it is a parallelogram.
Hmm.
So this pattern specifically calls for one of the Miss Babs six color
Gradient.
gradient sets.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah.
I wonder why she called it, like, when you said, because I've not seen this project at all yet. So when you said Velvety Air wrap, I don't know what I was
don't know
expecting,
what.
but I that's not what I was expecting. Like, to me, I was expecting something airy.
Yeah, like
Whereas
maybe
like
something
that,
from mohair or something like that.
yeah. Whereas that is
Yeah.
very, like, it looks very solid.
Solid.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, this was put out last year, September 2022. That's last year, right? Yes, that's last year. So I guess like that some of the softer colors, they look more airy.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like the the geometricness of the color work makes it
Yeah,
seem
I
like
don't know why
not
she
very
calls it
airy.
that. But yeah, mosaic shawl patterns have been very popular for the last few years, I feel like. And this will be my first mosaic shawl. I mean, I've done a couple of hats that's mosaic. So yeah, I definitely have to. It's hard to travel with this because
Yeah.
I have to have my iPad because I have to look at the chart. It's not something that you can like memorize. I mean, I think you can memorize this bit with the triangles, but then after that, this part where you're fading the two colors, it's written out, and I don't think I would remember it. Well, I mean, I might after doing 6 different colors, but who knows?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's my third whip. And that's it. I mean, I had definitely my final whip for this, for this episode anyway.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to go on a bit of a tangent, I don't know if you've seen, but yesterday Instagram launched a new app.
No, I
Did
didn't
you
see
see
it.
that? It's called
No.
Threads, and it's basically
Oh.
Twitter. It's basically
Oh.
Twitter, but
Uh-huh.
Instagram. Um. Anyway, somebody, I
But
can't
it's a
remember who.
separate app,
It's a
completely
separate
separate app.
app. It's connected. Your logins are connected.
Oh, okay.
Um. But it's more like text based. Like, you can. It's like, I hadn't heard anything about it, and I only accidentally found out about it because Instagram had given me a notification to be like, somebody was requesting to follow me, and I was like, what? I have all my accounts are public, and it was
Uh-huh.
because somebody, like, it was obviously somebody who already bid on Threads, and then, like, you can, like,
Uh-huh.
follow all the same people on Instagram, so it
I
was
see.
something
Uh-huh.
that crossed over, and I don't know why it was that particular person, because there was plenty of other people that I follow who have
Uh-huh.
been on Threads.
So is it
Well,
a
that
person
follow
that you
me.
knew personally, or was
No,
it on
no, it
your
was just like
was it
a
on
yarn
your
dyer. No, it was on my personal Instagram. It
Oh.
was just a yarn dyer that I
Oh.
happened to follow. Anyway, that is a probably excessive setup for my story, which was that somebody, I can't remember who it was, posted on Threads, like, what was the most, oh crap, what did she, I can't remember what the phrasing was, but, like, basically what was the most like embarrassing like crafting confession, and like hers was like she's never done like attention or gauge swatch, and for me it was like I have yet to make anything from my own magazine. And that was mine. It's like other than like the stuff that I've designed. Anyway,
so we okay. That is very funny.
But cool. So BuzzFeed quiz.
Yeah. BuzzFeed. And this one I picked because Outlander has started again. And
is this the last season they're doing?
I have no idea. I haven't really been following it that much because
I think it might be.
Is
I
it?
like I remember reading that and thinking, how are they gonna finish it? Because obviously they've been following the books.
The books aren't done yet.
The books, yeah, there are more than 7 books. But
I don't know. But the title is "It's Time to Find Out Which Outlander Character You Are Alongside the Cast." So there was a video. I didn't watch the video.
Oh, I didn't watch the video either.
So the cast of Outlander finds out which characters they are. So anyway,
from the quiz itself.
From the quiz, on top of it, yeah, there is a video. So I didn't watch that video. I just took the test because I started watching Outlander. There are 3, I believe, episodes that have come out, and I'm actually in the middle of the 3rd because I had to stop because I don't feel, even though Madeline is now 21, I don't feel comfortable watching it in front of her. So she came downstairs. I don't know. I don't know what was going to happen. And I just she came downstairs. So I just turned it off. And I haven't gotten back to it yet, but it's probably okay. I don't think that there's that much sex in this particular episode because of, I don't know. You never know. Because, the show is definitely different from the book. And
also I looked, the next season 8 is going to be the last one.
Oh, okay. And still, there's still supposed to be another book. Yeah. She didn't conclude anything.
No, the author, I mean, she's been threatening that she's going to write the last book for a few books now, like
yeah, for like 10 years, like 10 plus years, I think.
But I think she said that she thinks that she's planning on the next book being the last of like Claire's story. But she's not promising anything. Like, basically, that was the vibe I got. She was like, pretty sure it's the last one, but like, I'm not saying for sure it's going to be the last one.
That's too funny. And I don't even know if because it took her. Those books are humongous. They're like 800 to 1,000 pages. So it takes. I mean, the last book just came out not last year, but the year before. I think 2021 in November. So who knows when the next book is going to come out?
Yeah.
Anyway, who'd you get?
I got Claire Fraser.
So
did you as well? Do you want to read it?
No, you can read it. You're a better reader than I am.
It says, your personality matches Claire. You are ambitious, independent, and smart. Like Claire, you are a natural-born leader, and you are constantly pushing yourself and those around you to be the very best. You're someone who leans on logic in situations, but you also know to trust your heart when the time is right. Also, can I just say, when it said be the very best, I just thought of Pokemon. Want to be the very best. Okay, anyway.
Okay. You didn't even watch Pokemon where you live.
No.
Your charge. Yeah, folks, I didn't let her watch Pokemon because something about that cartoon just annoyed the hell out of me.
Yeah, there were several cartoons that we weren't really allowed to watch because they annoyed you. Like, not because you were like, oh no. Well, no, maybe a little bit like bad influence, but like, yeah, Rugrats.
That was bad influence. You had a much younger sister and didn't want you to emulate.
SpongeBob?
Was it Angelica?
You didn't like SpongeBob?
No,
you didn't like Cat Dog, I don't think. But I think Rugrats and SpongeBob are the two that I can like specifically think of.
I know Jillian has never forgiven me for not letting her watch Pokemon or SpongeBob because there's references that I have no idea what my friends are talking about. Like, sorry.
Yeah, but there's plenty of. I mean, yeah. Anyway,
Uh,
so I think other than maybe being a natural born leader, most of it I'm like, yeah, sure.
Logical. I think you're very logical.
Yeah, no, I'm saying everything except for being a natural born leader.
You let us find one on our vacation.
Yeah, but that's because
Um,
you're my family.
okay, who? Let's see. Let's look at the questions.
Mm-hmm. The first one was to choose a time period to travel back in time to from ancient Egypt, the Roaring Twenties, the Renaissance, prehistoric, the Wild West, and ancient Greece.
You know, I'm pretty sure I picked a different one the first time I took the quiz, but I got the same answer.
Mm.
But I picked the Roaring Twenties.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you pick?
I went for the Renaissance.
You any of those, except for maybe prehistoric, would have been very interesting to me. But I was just thinking about cleanliness and
Yeah,
medicine.
smells. I think about that a lot when I think about time travel. The smell.
Because the Roaring Twenties, you know, there's running water, and I think by then, did they have penicillin?
Uh,
It
yes, but even
was
then,
new.
like, I feel like, I don't know.
uh, Pick a theme for a party you'd love to attend.
I was debating between famous literary characters and old Hollywood, but I went for old
Ah,
Hollywood just because then you can like dress up.
yeah. Oh, okay. I debated between murder mystery and famous literary characters, so I
Mm.
picked famous literary characters. So far we don't have anything the same.
No, you're right. Okay, so karaoke song,
Dancing Queen.
Mr. Brightside. Um,
Oh.
I think that we just really played into like when we respectively grew up.
Yeah, probably. Which Outlander character would you trust with a secret?
Okay, I went for Marcelly.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
John Gray.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
really good at secrets.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Uh,
So we're over
okay.
3 now?
Yeah. Okay. Four maybe even. Which Outlander location would you visit? Maybe we got the same for this
Lallybroch.
one. Okay, Valley
Lallybroch.
Rock. I went for Valley as well. Um,
Uh-huh.
definitely wasn't gonna go for Boston. Used to live there. For crying
Yeah,
out
so it's,
loud.
it's like, so River Run is close, it's supposed to be close to Wilmington, and we've lived there. Inverness, I've visited. Boston, obviously. I've visited. Fraser's Ridge is very close to Asheville, and I've been there. So Lallybroch and Craignadoon are the only two that I haven't been to. That was my
Okay.
logic.
Uh huh. Well, yeah. Like the areas they're meant to be in. You mean?
Yeah. Though Craignadoon is supposed to be close to Inverness, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know that we didn't go to any stone circles while you were on any of your Scottish
No.
visits. You've been to a couple stone circles in England.
Yes, I have. Okay, and which actor would you want to
A
star in
movie.
a movie with?
That didn't seem like proper English. Anyway, I went for Pedro Pascal.
I went for Keanu Reeves.
Mm. I at the moment like I get obviously I looked at like one too many Pedro Pascal memes on Instagram. So like the whole I get so much Pedro Pascal.
He's not actually a father. He doesn't have kids, does he?
No.
But he's like there's so many like dad memes that
I
are
know because
him.
there's like I don't know. There's like one really funny video he does where he's doing I don't know who's he's doing the interview with, but they were saying like who has like more daddy vibes, and he's like me, even though he's not a father. He's just goes, I'm your
I mean,
daddy.
he's only played a father once, right? In
I mean, he might
the
have.
Last of
I
Us.
mean, I don't know his whole.
Well, anyway, of his recent roles, because obviously I
Maybe,
don't know
yeah,
his whole thing either.
yeah.
His whole IMDb. Okay, we're going through all the answers now. Pick a
Apparently,
book. Pick a book to screen adaptation to watch tonight.
at Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so we
that's
had
the only thing.
two out of what? One,
Two?
two,
Wait,
three,
what was the other two? Oh, Lallybroch.
six,
Yeah.
7 out of 2 out of 7. So yeah,
I
well,
don't know. I don't know.
I guess then of the other 5 questions where we answer differently,
Mm-hmm.
I might have gotten 1 or 2 more that were Claire answers
Mm-hmm.
that were different than the 1 or 2 that you answered that were Claire answers. So.
Yeah. Because there's probably at least 6 of them, right? 6 different. Because there's six answers in each.
Oh yeah, 6 different options that you might have gotten. Well, presumably. Oh no. So it's like maybe if the like BuzzFeed video. But... Cool. Okay, Claire Fraser.
We're both Claire, which she's kind of movie or TV Claire. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's been so long since I read the books. I feel like TV Claire is more annoying than book Claire.
To know.
Okay. FOs?
None.
I have so many.
Oh my gosh.
So I've had a lot of airplane time.
Mm-hmm.
So I finished my Chanterelle Cowl.
Yeah.
And this is who's it by? My notes just shut down.
Coppel.
Yeah, and last episode, because I typed it in wrong. I said it was spelled Cappei. It's Coppel. Coppel, not Coppet, whatever the heck that I was saying last time. So that's a correction. So yeah, it's just a simple cowl with eyelets, and I only have like this much left of the yarn left. So I use like almost every inch of the Herd of Cats Meow Melange mini skein set.
How many in the set?
5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I was trying to decide which one would represent your cats, and it would be the
It's like right here.
Bottom. Yeah, mostly black with a little bit of white or dark gray. But.
Yep. Yeah, it's not. I mean, the black isn't really black. It's more of a dark gray. Yeah. It doesn't really have that much black. There's a little bit of zips of black in the, I guess, the tortoiseshell colors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I feel like that makes for a softer, nicer palette.
Yeah. So it's very, it'll be very warm because it's very scrunched on my neck.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good cowl shape.
Yeah. And you were asking me, how long is it going to be? So, I mean, it is long, but it'll be nice and cozy around my neck.
But it's not like stupid long.
Uh-huh. I almost lost my earbuds. And my second FO is this is the Misurina by Caitlin Hunter.
Ooh.
And I was almost done with it last time.
Nice.
And
you should have worn it.
I thought about it. I put it on, and it lasted for about 5 seconds, and then I ripped it off because it was just too hot. In fact, I had my fan going when we first started recording, and then I realized it was probably making a buzzing noise, so I turned it off. So there's no way I would have been able to wear it, because it was in the 90s the last few days. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm very happy with it. And I think, you can't really see, it does cover my my waistline, my belly button area. Mm-hmm. But when I put my arms up, it rises. So I think I could have made it a little longer just to be more comfortable, but it's fine. I have a whole skein left. If I wanted to, I could make it a little longer. I can make it into long sleeves if I want. Mm-hmm. So after the fall, I'll have some decisions to make. Yeah. Looks good. So that's a slightly large FO. I mean, And my biggest FO is my folklore sweater or cardigan.
Ooh, look at that.
So it's a nice cozy cabled cardigan, and I didn't do the stripes like
Yeah.
as per the pattern. So this is by Amy Gunderson. And I haven't sewn any buttons on because I haven't bought any buttons yet.
Nice. My first thought, and this is in no way a bad thing, is grandpa cardigan. It's like we like the color and
it's
the
nice and
cables
cozy.
and
Yeah. But which is kind of what I wanted. I just wanted something cozy that I can throw on that'll go with anything. I won't clash with anything that I'm wearing underneath. So that's that. So three FOs, and yeah. So I think I started the Folklore cardigan a year ago.
Oh wow, it's been that long.
Yeah, so it's taking me just over a year to make. So I'm thinking. So right now I don't have a like a big whip.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm seriously thinking which one to start next, because there's a I bought yarn for another cabled cardigan for you that you picked out while we're at
I was thinking about that. I was like, well, I don't remember what I picked though.
That at the Woolen Folk festival
Mm-hmm.
when we were in New York, and that was that
The
Moda
Wool
Moda
Dreamers. Yeah.
Moda yarn.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a browny gray color. It's like
Is it a cabled cardigan or
yeah, it's cable
more
cardigan.
cables?
More cables.
Cabled is the new color work.
And there's another color work sweater that I want to make that I have the yarn for. So I don't know which one I'm going to start at this point. But I can't really start anything right now because I'm actually going on an airplane again tonight. And so, yeah, I'll have some swatching to do for the next few weeks. But this is a short trip. I'm only going out for the weekend and back. You have anything, Mommypedia or anything?
No, I don't think so. I think I've done anything yarny bits and bobby, but don't think so.
No. Oh. Okay. Well, we kind of already had our Nerdtastic talking about Outlander.
Outlander. Yeah, I've got to figure out how to watch it, but
yeah, you might have to do it illegally.
not illegally, just creative logins.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this season. It's the one where, well, I don't know if I should spoil anything, but I forget which book this one is.
Yeah, I've no idea. I've read all the books.
Because they all kind of like meld into each other, and I forget like which book starts and the other ones begin. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should listen to the books again because that will take like 5 years.
Yeah, it's book 7. Have they been following the books? Like, is it?
Yeah, they have been. I think they have been pretty much following the books. Maybe.
Book 7 is An Echo in the Bone, which came out in 2009.
Oh, wow. That was a while ago. No wonder I can't remember.
And, well, potentially. Okay, so if season 8 is the last one.
Uh-huh.
There are currently 9 books. So she writes 10 books.
Uh-huh. They can squish it all together.
They can either squish 3 books into the last season, or they just come up with their own way to tidy it all up.
Kind of like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but hopefully better.
Yeah, so there was a couple of subplots I thought they were just going to completely skip, but they haven't. And then there's a couple times where I've like let the cat out of the bag while I was talking to my sister because because she was watching the last season pretty much on time, and I was like, I wasn't really watching it. I binged it like after it had all dropped. And then I kind of let something out, and it hasn't even happened yet. I was like, oh shit. of the show, like they didn't do a reveal during the last season. I've already told her who actually killed what's her face, the girl. I've already forgotten their names.
Yeah, there's too many characters anyway.
Yeah, the pregnant girl who actually killed her, and she's like, what? Like, oh, they didn't say it. So yeah, she's like, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore because you know exactly what's gonna happen.
I can't remember who. I don't remember. So.
Yeah, well, they kind of get themselves into trouble because Claire's a busybody. She just has to stick her nose and and use her 20th century sensibilities to judge them. The 18th century people. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Right. I don't have a shop talk either because I'm actually tearing this room apart because we're replacing the carpet because it was ruined by the cats. So yeah.
Okay. Want to do the spiel?
Sure. Spiel away.
You can find the show notes for this episode and every episode on our website, which is kcacypodcast.wordpress.com. You can follow us on Instagram at kcacypodcast. My personal Instagram is Alyson here, and my mom's is upstate_viv. You can subscribe and like and follow and rate, review, and comment and favorite and all the things on YouTube or wherever else you listen to podcasts. You can also join the Ravelry group if you would like to. Just search for Keep Calm and Carry Yarn podcast in the group tab. So thank you for listening.
And remember to keep calm and carry yarn. Bye!